time goes so quick. It seems like only yesterday, I was totally arguing with you on Squawk Box. You went from Charlie Munger's view on Bitcoin to Michael Saylor's view on Bitcoin. And I actually kidded you about it. I said, who are you? You may know nothing, but you're never in doubt. You're so strident when you said it was just worthless and rat poison. And then 6 months later, you're like this Bitcoin bull. So I didn't understand that conversion. Did that conversion coincide with the 15 million that you got from FTX?
No, I was investing 3.5 years earlier than that. I changed my mind back in early 2018 when I saw the regulators in jurisdictions like Canada, Switzerland, and Abu Dhabi start to change their minds. But I'll tell you what really got me investing, Joe. You know, I mentioned these guest lecturing things I do. They're usually to graduating cohorts of engineers. And so these are classes at 6 to 9 at night. And these are the best and brightest at MIT or in business school at Harvard. I started to notice back in 2018, I'd say, okay, wait, where are you guys going? Where are you going? Because about a third of the class will create entrepreneurial efforts and they'll start businesses. They're all going to the blockchain. You can't spend that much intellectual.
I understand. I believed it back then. I'm just trying to figure out why.
I gotta stop you. I gotta stop you. You just said you made this conversion in what year?
I think it was 2018 I started investing, yeah.
Okay, well, I just for, as a point of fact, for what it's worth, May 14th, 2019, you came on television and called Bitcoin garbage. Just
then I'm wrong. It's the year later.
And keeps it in
I'm sorry, guys.
And keeping the time, but also, Kevin. So prior to that, you hadn't looked at it at all. I wonder about Munger. I wonder about a lot of it. Most of the people that call them Beanie Babies have never looked into actually how it works. Had you not looked into it, and yet you had those very strong opinions about Bitcoin?
I remember. I think it was 2017, coming on Squawk Box talking about the tokenization of a hotel in New York. And the regulator let me know right after that they were not okay with that. And that was the beginning of realizing, wow, things are tough out here with this crypto stuff. Right. But maybe you're right, Andrew. Maybe I started 2019. But the point was long before I became a paid spokesperson, years before. So it didn't change my mind to be paid or, go through that whole process. I'm an advocate of this because I think the productivity available in crypto and particularly payment systems looks extraordinary. And I understand the incumbents and the banking system is really trying to shut this down. But the fact is, it's a threatening technology, and disruption's always abhorred by the existing incumbents.
So I taught a class at Harvard 18 months ago. The young people in that class challenged me. I put $100 into something called Coinbase, which is a wallet thing. And
you buy Bitcoin?
I bought them all. I bought all the crypto crap. I put $100 in. It's now worth 30. That's a 70% loss on my crypto crap. Now, I bought them all. I think that really sucks. And I think people should understand today the hot digital is Bitcoin. Tomorrow it could be whatever. Look, I love your optimistic view of it. You haven't changed my mind at all. It's still garbage, and I'm not going to take real money and put it into this thing. It's never going to happen. I mean, imagine real money, taking real dollars that I'm making in cash 2.1% on and putting it into crypto crap.
Agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're.
But Kevin, you are a principal in this drama. You are an actor in this drama, and you had a front row seat to Sam Bankman-Fried literally up until the very end. Given what you know about him personally, and given what you now know about the numbers and what has happened there, as you said, you're trying to get money back for creditors. What do you think happened? Do you believe this was a fraud?
I don't have the facts. John Ray doesn't have them yet. He's going to get them. I'm looking for my records. I'm willing to fund a forensic audit of our accounts. I'd like to know what happened, obviously. There's a lot of bad things that have been alleged here, no question about it. And some of them are going to be true, likely, because there's no money there. Somewhere, the cash is gone.
Right.
And so this is the beginning of a journey. You're right. I did speak with him prior to him going to jail because I'm just after the facts of where the cash was. Now, let me address something before we go any further. Yesterday on the air, CZ called me a liar. That suggests that I perjured myself in front of the U.S. Senate for 2 hours this week. I can assure you that is not the case. Another little parable here you should understand. When I was young, my birth father, who's Irish, put me on his knee, and every Irishman will know this. And he said, son, never call an Irishman a liar unless you know with certainty that's true. And I said, why is that, Dad? He said, because the Irish are crazy. Now, I don't know what it meant back then, but I got to tell you, I'm not happy about that. So at the end of the day, I have no ill will to this guy, but he's part of the story too. And you found out yesterday, you did a little work with Squawk Box. We talked about it either being $2 billion or $3 billion, that transaction. That's the largest transaction, I think, of anything in there regarding the balance sheet in recent 24-month period. And he confirmed it was $2.1 billion. And then he confirmed that he still had $550 million, $500 million of FTT tokens. Now, at some point, we're going to look at that week of November 6th, and you ask anybody, why was Sam Bankman-Fried or the whole company FTX forced into bankruptcy? It was jamming down that last $500 million that gave them no option. Now, is that the fatal stroke or blow to get rid of your global competitor? I say yes. And I'll tell you something else. Right after that interview, I got a phone call, or actually it was a text, from a lobbyist in Washington saying, don't go anywhere, you're coming back. So I bet CZ bought himself an invitation to Washington yesterday. Can't wait to meet him there. We can go sightseeing.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we have Kevin O'Leary back on CNBC. And remember, he called Bitcoin hot garbage. Cryptos are worthless. And we know Michael Saylor stated that Bitcoin had no chance and then becomes a spokesperson for Bitcoin. But guys, if you remember when Michael Saylor first came on the scene, I did plenty of videos. He made a comment about the C word, and then all of a sudden Morgan Stanley stepped in, and he became a Bitcoin bull. And we have Andrew Sorkin calling Kevin O'Leary the actor in the movie. The actor in this drama, and that's exactly what it is. And we know that John Ray clearly stated there was fraud that Bankman-Fried did. And Kevin O'Leary refuses to say that. He's turning the attention to Binance CZ instead of talking about all the fraud the Bankman did. And he said that CZ called him a liar. But that's exactly what he's doing. He's definitely lying. And every time he speaks about FTX, he's losing credibility. And then we have Jim Cramer playing the Hegelian dialectic. He doesn't like XRP, Litecoin, Dogecoin, or blockchain. And guys, we know blockchain is definitely the future. It gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
And say, oh, things are really bad. And I'm not buying it. I think there's some real interesting opportunities every single day, including today. And everybody's just much too negative. I think you should be negative on crypto. That I think that the one, let's say today everyone's negative on oil. I'm not negative on oil. I mean, if China comes back strong, we'll look like it is. So you're putting up cryptos. I'm negative on the XRP and the Litecoin and the Dogecoin because I've yet to find anything that anybody who really takes them. There are probably some paid spokespeople who I like right now.
Don't know if I want to dig a little deeper there. I think I know where you're going with it.
What do you mean?
I hear your point. I hear your point.
What do you mean?
All of
Where am I going with
lesser coins. Well, I watch your Twitter
feed.
I
mean, we put them up, and I looked to myself. I said, okay, well, why don't we put up, I don't know, like Williams-Sonoma and Lincoln National? You know, I mean, these are things that are destined. There's like $80 billion worth of non-Bitcoin that are really destined to be wiped out. And there are still people who conflate blockchain with them. And I keep saying, if blockchain were so great, why wouldn't the geniuses at Amazon and Alphabet use? Why doesn't Ruth Porat use blockchain?
Now, there are a lot of made-up coins that we're not sure why they're worth anything.
Well, there's 200 coins at Coinbase. There's 200 coins at Coinbase, and people can buy that stock. I mean, Kathy Wood buys Coinbase. You know, look, I just find that there are real companies that are down a lot that are very interesting to me. And then there's this whole other subset of things that I don't even regard as securities, nor does, although Gensler has to, that don't intrigue me. And then there are people who say, you know what, because with the 2-year where it is and the 10-year where it is, you should sell everything. And I find I think this is fatuous reasoning on the part of people who are not rigorous.
We're going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.